back, go through some history of Oaksterdam and some of the other projects, like Oaksterdam University in particular. So hopefully most people have made it over to Oaksterdam or are planning to. We have the limo, the shuttle going back and forth on the hour. So hopefully this is kind of redundant because you've seen it in person, but if not, then this hopefully will get you to go over there. So the basic idea is revitalization of an area. The idea is not just to come in and not cause problems, but to actually improve the neighborhood, to make the neighbors want you to stay. And so we've taken area that looked like this and tried to change it into this. That's the gift shop. And empty spaces like that to the Oaksterdam University, looking like that. This is a bone of contention, especially with the Attorney General's guidelines saying that we have to be communist, nonprofit. It's totally un-American, in my opinion. So I've tried to base everything on capitalism, but not just making a lot of money and buying a lot of toys, but taking that money and giving to charities and supporting the community. And you can see that the City of Oakland shares a similar attitude, as they charge us $25,000 permit fees for the dispensaries. And as well as that, we pay the income, payroll taxes, and sales taxes like any other business. Quick word on Measure Z, the first lowest law enforcement priority initiative that covered sales and cultivation, not just possession. We worked hard to get that passed in 2004, overwhelmingly passed, as you see, with 65%. Had two parts to it. Not only did it make sales, cultivation, and possession the lowest priority immediately, but it also mandated that the city tax and regulate cannabis as soon as possible under state law. And so we basically we're trying to model ourselves after the early work that Dennis Perone did with medical marijuana in San Francisco, with the lowest law enforcement priority initiative there, Proposition P, for medical marijuana. So we try to start the same way with adult cannabis shops and taxing and regulating cannabis for adults, with the same way with passing a local initiative and then quietly operating under that until we can change state law. 5 other cities followed us in 2006, so we're not the only city, and there's also a lot of other cities across the country now. A couple in Arkansas and Hawaii just got on the ballot for, in 2 weeks, we'll have a lowest law enforcement priority initiative for cultivation. This is going to be, I'm going to let Jeff Jones talk about this in more detail, but just give you a quick history of Oaksterdam. We like to use July 4th, 1996 as the birth date. That's when the OCBC first opened. Yeah. And then basically the OCBC fought by itself for a while, and then around 2000, many more dispensaries began to open up. And that's when Oaksterdam really took off. And in 2004, the city was the first city, like I said, to issue permits for cannabis retail, cannabis outlets. Quick overview of some of the current Oaksterdam businesses. The Patient ID Center, ID Card Center, PIDC, which was formerly the OCBC. You got a couple of medical marijuana clinics, doctor clinics, NorCal and Medicam are in the neighborhood. We have the Bulldog Coffee Shop, the Oaksterdam Gift Shop, Oaksterdam Tours, Oaksterdam Media. Greg is here to talk more about that, advertising agency. Bike rental and Oakster cabs. Those are really been good for promoting the area as a tourist area. The cab has signs on it, and so people see the cab riding around, and they see that we're trying to improve the area. And we're real happy with the Democratic Party headquarters we got going in the block, too. Got a lot going on there. And also that's the Rebecca Kaplan headquarters, and you'll hear from her. She should be here soon. City council candidate who is going into the runoff a 2-to-1 favorite. She had 40% of the vote compared to her challenger is 20% of the vote. So she should win the runoff and be a very good city council person for us. She worked on Measure Z 4 years ago, so that shows you how committed she is to our issue. Coffee shop Blue Sky, our city permitted dispensary. You can see it's designed to be like an Amsterdam coffee shop. We're trying to think ahead and not just be limited to medical. So we have the full coffee shop in the front, like a lot of the Amsterdam coffee shops have, and a separate bud bar in the back. Including the food products. It's amazing all the different food products, all the different food vendors out there that keep opening up faster than the DEA can bust them. We have the olive oil, salad, Italian dressing there, drinks. A lot of this kind of data it's tainted here, but there's a lot of new companies since these pictures are taken. And we have plants available, so patients can grow their own. And I was saying before about the taxi cab or bike cab service and bike rental. So I encourage you to, I think Blair's riding it around today. That's a picture of Adam on it. He's riding it during the week. And of course the gift shop, you can get your souvenirs. Get your official Oaksterdam University merchandise here. And the Bulldog Coffee Shop was our first location. We opened up in 2000. Did it in 2004. When the city issued the permits, we only got a permit for the coffee shop Blue Sky. So we used the Bulldog for Measure Z activities and political fundraisers and things like that. And of course, Oaksterdam University, we're real proud. We launched this November of last year. And so we had over, well, let's save that for our Chancellor, Adrian, to talk about. Quick rundown, though, on the idea behind it is, I'm into herbicides. Oh, I think I'm wrapped up then. So with that, we're waiting on Dennis Perron to show up. I was hoping Dennis was going to be here to speak first to give you a little history or pre-history of Oaksterdam. What Oaksterdam really sprouted from was Dennis Perron's scene in San Francisco, in San Francisco Cannabis Buyers Club. So let me skip to the next person on the panel, the person I consider to be the father of Oaksterdam, the person who did a lot of the early work working with City Council member Nate Miley, who passed resolutions in favor of medical marijuana before 215 became law, and so that Oakland established Oakland as a leading place for cannabis reform and medical marijuana.